Welcome back to Media Mesh, where I give you my unapologetic opinion on everything from music, movies, news, reality TV, and so much more as we go down the rabbit hole. This is your home for the intelligent dissection of social media. So if it's your first time here, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe, because we need you, right? This is a family affair. Okay, now let's get to it. Oh my God is all I can say. I have so much to say on this topic. And if you have been subscribed for quite some time, you know how I get down, right? So if you don't know, you're about to find out today. But first, we're going to get into the video, and then we're going to talk about this because this is extremely crazy. I'm feeling a whole lot of ways on this. But yeah, as you can see from the title, Will Smith's best friend of 40 years, he kind of just gives up the goods. He got his new book out. I actually did watch his interview he did with Comedy Hype. So if you guys want to watch that, I wanted to make sure that I had a fair assessment of who this guy is before speaking on this topic. So let's get into it, and then we're going to really get into it. Let's go.
You see the hundreds of celebrities that I've done business with, done things with. And during the latter years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I was around before they had Trey. Jada was the woman that everybody wanted. And Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars. You can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so much that they fall into submission.
And who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
Well, I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book. Your pictures in the book and your name is in the book. So you like you doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up. I love that. I love that. You up.
This is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say no. They probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab. And they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're gonna pay for the rehab. And you have to go if you want to work with them. And then I saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Duane Martin.
Okay.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Duane down too. So I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they're calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like I'm trying to find is like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Duane's dressing room, and that's when I see Duane and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Duane was standing up, killing him, murder. It was murder in there.
Lord have mercy.
What did you do?
Even when I was with the deer and the headlights.
So yeah, that's that. So I will give you guys a heads up. You can watch his interview, okay, where he's talking with Comedy Hype. Man, this is craziness. I mean, like Tasha said, with friends like these, who needs enemies? And that's true. So clearly this guy is definitely hurt. So something has happened. Something crazy has happened for him to just really put him out there like that. But at the same time, this is not really news. Many of us have already heard, allegations about his sexuality. And in one regard, I kind of brushed that out, right? So it's a thing that people heard about. It's been rumors, but no one's there. So no one can confirm or deny. But him and Duane Martin, yeah, this has been going on for a long time as far as the allegations with these two. All right. So now it hits the fan. Dude got a book out here. So I'm really concerned for Will's state of mind right now, to be honest with you. But his book is called Will Smith's Demonic Circle. How you gonna put my whole name out there on your book. Like, Lord have mercy. And from what I gather from what he's saying is that he feels that this is an intervention. So to basically have Will Smith expose the truth and the dark side of Hollywood, which most of us, if you are somewhat woke, as everybody like to say, or aware, you kind of know that there's a lot of elements in Hollywood that are not acceptable by the masses. So we can only speculate. And as he said, he's an insider, so he knows exactly what's going on. That has got to be one of the worst positions to find yourself in, is where you have somebody that has been with you pretty much your whole adult life, knows all of your secrets, you feel comfortable with them, and then they just share it. I can think of other celebrities who I would have preferred this situation happen to, because deep down, I like Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Now, the things that they practice that we don't know about, I'm sure our opinions would change if we could see how these people are behind the scenes. But it's like he's just taking butt whooping after butt whooping. And it really confirms what I thought all along. I was like, Jada must have something on this brother, because there's no reason why any man would be tolerating all this foolishness from his wife. But now it makes perfect sense. So once she understood who he was and how he gets down, she was able to use that as leverage. Look, I'm going to treat you any old kind of way. I'm going to put you out there. I'm going to say everything but this. Because, of course, she knows, right? And she knows how that would destroy his career. So he's had to grin and bear it. So I guess in some sense, it is going to be freeing because, hey, he can finally leave her. The cat's out the bag. And this dude has a book, and he has, I mean, this is cold-blooded, man. He said in his book, he has QR codes where you can scan and it will take you to the articles. So basically, he has receipts for everything he said, which was smart and necessary, of course, because you talk about a lawsuit, you know. So he's verifying everything he's saying in this book. So you can't sue anybody for defamation if it's true. Right? What can you do now? Duane Martin, I mean, nobody really was checking for him anyway. But yeah, this has been a rumor that's been going on for a long time. We about to get into the comments in just a second, but I definitely want to hear what y'all got to say. Like I said, I'm torn on this subject. Because again, there's other people that need to be exposed. I just feel so bad for Will. But, now you can just, come out the closet, just be like, yo, this is what it is. And that's that. Ain't nothing else to be said. This is the nail in the coffin at this point. Let's get to the comments. Okay. Someone says, I've ended several friendships and have never wanted to tell their business. Nah, I'm sorry. Even on bad terms, loyalty don't change. Somebody says, stay strong, Will Smith. They try to eat you alive. The biggest enemies are inside of your own circle. Guess that's true. Someone else says, Tasha K, a black woman in business to make black people look bad. Hope she gets sued. I don't know. I mean, if what he's saying is factual, and mind you, this is him saying it, then where's the suit? Let's see some responses to that. Okay, a lot of people say, okay, I agree, it's sad on her part, but even if she sued, the story is still in the minds of people. Well, that's a good point too. So I don't know if she'll get sued. Anyway, let's move on. So he wasn't a friend. Friends don't talk like this about a friend. Somebody said he's a friend to nobody if he's talking to Tasha K. And Tasha K, y'all better do your research before believing this interview. I mean, again, this is speculation. I will say this is all alleged, but this is not the first time people heard these stories. Come on now. And we know how they get down with Hollywood and people on the Epstein list. Okay. So a lot of the names that's on that list are people that you think of in the highest regard. Because again, we only see them on TV. These are not people They don't live our lives, regular people's lives. And the rituals and different things you have to do to be up in that space, you have no idea. And this brother is taking a humongous risk by saying this. So I don't know if this is almost like an inside job in a way. So maybe he pissed off the higher ups. maybe he pissed off the elites and they used this guy to expose him because he's got hella balls to be able to say this, because this is some stuff. Somebody else says a friend who goes on a tell-all rant when you're no longer on speaking terms was never a friend. This is true. And I have to agree. This is not a friend. And it's sad that it took this to expose that for Will. But the truth is, this is not a friend. And he said, Will wasn't a friend to him toward the end. So the question becomes, what exactly did he do that was this bad to expose this man like this? What did he do? That is something for all of us to really think about. The people that's closest to you. I think everybody getting the side eye going forward after this. And this brother must have like some serious protection. But, Will did his book. Jada did his book. And this is the third installment. So this is, I'm not going to even say that I don't believe what he's saying. I believe he's telling the truth, to be honest. That's my opinion. Now, whether or not it should be said, that's debatable. He felt it needed to be said. But I think you're probably going to get more truth out of this book than what you're going to get from Will and Jada's book. They're writing it from their perspective, and he's writing it seemingly as a bystander. He's just watching it. But, hey, I'm not going to be too long with this one. But you can watch, if you don't want to support Tasha K, he did do an interview on Comedy Hype. So y'all can go over there and watch it. I watched the whole thing. It was a whole hour. I was like, what is this guy's angle? And again, I personally don't feel that he's lying, to be honest. Now, is it appropriate? Hey, I don't know. But Hollywood is being exposed. This is the year of revelation. And unfortunately, it's Will that's being exposed. And of course, he can't come out and say that for his audience. People look at him, from Bad Boys and all these different movies he's made as, a leading male actor, in Hollywood. And you don't see this stuff happening to other cultures. I'll just say that. But I am a little bit saddened for the brother because it's over. It's over as far as his public image for some people. Now, granted, people like myself, I just prefer him to look at him as an entertainer, as a character, and leave him there, because this is not a revelation as far as these allegations go. And if that's the case, they ain't got nothing to do with me. But if you do recall his first movie, I think 6 Degrees of Separation, where he did play the GAY guy, he did play that role pretty dang on good. So if you don't know, you need to go back and watch that movie. He did a good job at that. All right, y'all. Until next time, peace and blessings.